Okay, so if you're a solo aesthetic medicine practitioner, you probably know this feeling all too well. You see those big luxury clinics popping up looking super sleek, well funded, and it's easy to feel a bit, outmaneuvered. The go to reaction for so many: compete on price. Just slash it. It often feels like the only lever you can pull, right? But it just leads to this race to the bottom, and honestly, nobody really wins there. But what if? What if there's a totally different way, a path to not just compete, but actually thrive? To make your practice, well, indispensable. That's really our mission for this deep dive, digging into a frankly groundbreaking approach for you, the solo practitioner, helping you build this competitive edge that isn't about being the cheapest. Not at all.
Precisely. And we're drawing heavily on the work of Dr. Ari Masudi, a business consultant, and his masterclass insights. He lays out this really powerful framework for making exactly that shift. This isn't just about getting more patients through the door. It's deeper. It's about fundamentally changing how you compete, moving beyond just the cost or even the clinical results and connecting with something way more profound: purpose, meaning. It's about helping you carve out your own unique, unassailable spot in the market.
Okay, let's make this real. Picture Dr. Sarah, an aesthetic practitioner, maybe like some of you listening. She faced that moment of panic. A new competitor opens up, slashes Botox prices 20%. Her first reaction, just pure anxiety, like, what do I do now? But then she had this light bulb moment, this realization: there has to be a better way than just playing the price game. And what happened next? It's really telling. Fast forward 6 months, Dr. Sarah's clinic. It wasn't just getting by, it was booked solid. And crucially, not because she dropped her prices to match. Nope. She fundamentally redefined what aesthetic medicine means to her clients. That's the key phrase. She stopped just selling treatments. She started crafting these really profound transformation stories, specifically for women navigating big life transitions. Think about that shift. It wasn't just injecting confidence, it was like creating narratives of personal renaissance.
And that, right there, that's the core of what we're calling meaning innovation. It's that strategic pivot from selling aesthetic procedures, syringes and units, to delivering profound personal transformations, real emotional outcomes, things that genuinely resonate with your clients' inner hopes, their life journeys. It's exactly this approach that lets you just soar above the noise of price wars.
Because so many practitioners are still kind of stuck in that, let's call it the old game, aren't they? Competing purely on technique or maybe price or having the absolute latest gadget, the newest laser.
Right, and what's truly eye-opening here is understanding how much the consumer mindset has shifted. The data is pretty stark. Around 73% of consumers now, they buy based on brand values, on emotional connection. It's not just about the clinical outcome anymore. That's still vital, of course, but for your practice, recognizing this is a critical paradigm shift. You really need to embrace it.
So let's spell it out. The old way of talking might be, we offer the best Botox technique, or our lasers, they're the most advanced. Even just pointing to a before and after gallery, which, look, is still important. Clinical proof matters. It's table stakes, as they say. But it's just not enough anymore to truly stand out. The new approach, the one driven by meaning, it sounds completely different. It's things like, we help you reclaim confidence during life's biggest transitions, much more evocative. Or maybe we create your personal renaissance story. Or even, we're your partners in becoming who you've always envisioned. See the difference?
Yeah, it's powerful. So as you're listening, just pause and think. Which of those approaches really speaks to your ideal client? Which one taps into their deepest aspirations, not just their surface concerns? And, if we look outside aesthetics for a second, at broader healthcare innovation, there's a fantastic blueprint. Take Philips Healthcare. They tackled the MRI experience, notoriously stressful, right? Instead of just banging on about diagnostic accuracy, they focused on the ambient experience. They literally created these healing journeys. Think like soft LED lighting, calming projections on the walls, almost spa-like environments, inside a scanner room.
Wow, and you can absolutely take that philosophy and apply it directly to aesthetic medicine for your clients. So that quick 15-minute Botox appointment doesn't have to feel transactional. It could become your monthly confidence ritual, frame it differently. Or a laser hair removal session. That's not just zapping hair, it's your freedom from worry experience. See how the language shifts the whole feeling. And for Philips, the results were clear. Better patient outcomes, yes, but also massively reduced anxiety. And, crucially, a really differentiated position in what used to be seen as a pretty standard, commoditized market. That kind of deep connection, that impact. That's exactly what you can aim for in your practice.
Which brings us neatly to the actionable part, the framework Dr. Masudi outlines, the 5 pillars of meaning innovation. This is really your roadmap, your blueprint for creating that unique, meaningful differentiator. Okay, pillar number 1, foundational. It's the why revolution.
Right. And this is all about flipping the script. Stop selling what you do, the filler, the laser, the toxin. Start selling why it actually matters in the bigger picture of your client's life. Think about Dr. Maria Gonzalez's discovery. Her clients, they weren't just buying lip fillers for bigger lips. No, they were buying the courage to speak up in the boardroom. That's what it enabled for them. They weren't just getting skin resurfacing for smoother skin. They were buying the freedom to take happy photos with their grandkids without feeling self-conscious. It's a much deeper level.
It really is. And to help you dig down to that level, there's a great exercise called the Why by 5 test. Let's just walk through a quick example, okay, so you can see how it works. Ask, why do you want Botox? Ask the Botox. Maybe the first answer is to look younger, okay? Ask again, why look younger? Well, to feel more attractive, all right? Why feel more attractive? To regain my confidence, getting closer. Why regain confidence? So I can start dating again. Interesting. One more. Why re-enter dating? To find love again after my divorce. Boom, there it is. See how that drills down. So your message transforms. It's not Botox reduces wrinkles. That's functional. It becomes something like rediscover the confident you who's ready for love again. That's how you connect with those deeper, often unspoken desires that really motivate your client.
That's powerful. Okay, so Pillar 2 builds right on that. It's the experience revolution. Once you understand that deeper why, how do you weave it into the actual experience a client has with you? Because the next competitive battleground, it isn't just about being clinically excellent, though, that's crucial. It's about the emotional and even the sensory journey you create for them from the very first touch point. Take Dr. James Chen, really inspiring example. He redesigned his entire patient journey around this idea of becoming. His consultation room, it had a vision board wall. Clients literally created collages of their aspirational selves. How cool is that? And get this, his treatment rooms had projectors on the ceiling, showing nature transformations, like time lapses of flowers blooming or butterflies emerging, a visual metaphor for their transformation happening right there.
Incredible, isn't it? And the results for him. A 300% jump in treatment package sales. And a 3-month waiting list. Just imagine that kind of engagement, that demand for your practice. It's absolutely possible when you focus on meaning. Okay, pillar 3, this one's key for our listeners. The solo advantage. Now, you might think, how can I compete with the big chains? Well, here's the thing. Those large clinics, they often get trapped in the sort of arms race, technology price cuts. But solo practitioners who lean into meaning innovation, they can actually thrive. Why? Because intimacy scales better than efficiency when what you're really selling is transformation. That's your built-in competitive edge as a solo practitioner. Don't underestimate it.
That's a fantastic point. As a solo practitioner, you have unique strength the big guys just can't copy. You can weave your personal story, your journey, into your brand authentically. A chain clinic CEO can't do that on the front lines. You build genuinely close relationships. You actually remember things about your client Sarah's daughter's wedding, Mark's big post-divorce date. That builds incredible loyalty. And you're agile. You can tweak your meaning offerings based on what your community actually needs, much faster than a big corporation. Look at Dr. Emma Thompson. She shifted her practice, went from just generic anti-aging to becoming the mom confidence expert, super specific. She created tailored packages like power lunch treatments for busy working moms or date night renewal services.
And the results for her, absolutely phenomenal. She went from struggling to break even to having a 6-month waiting list. And get this, 400% revenue growth. 400%. That just shows the incredible power available to you when you leverage that solo advantage with meaning innovation. All right, pillar 4, the community catalyst. This takes it a step further. The truly standout practitioners, they're not just treating individuals one by one, they're actively building communities around shared meaning, shared journeys.
Yeah, like Dr. Alicia Rivera, great example. She created something called Phoenix Rising. It was basically monthly gatherings, specifically for women over 50 going through big life changes, divorce, career shifts, empty nest. Now, sure, she offered some mini treatments at these events, little tasters, but the real magnet, the thing that kept them coming back, it was the community, the shared understanding, the meaning they found together.
Exactly. And the business impact. 90% client retention. 90. Plus, massive organic growth, purely from meaning-driven referrals. People telling their friends about this amazing community they'd found. Imagine fostering something similar for your clients, that kind of connection.
Okay, so we've talked about the why, the mindset shift. We've seen some great examples. Now let's get practical. How do you, the solo practitioner listening right now, actually build this? Let's walk through the implementation roadmap, how you bring meaning innovation into your practice, step by step. It starts with phase 1, meaning discovery. Give yourself, say, 1 to 2 weeks for this. What do you do? Well, first, talk to your clients. Maybe interview 10 current clients informally. Ask them about their deeper motivations. Go beyond, I want fewer wrinkles. Ask why. What life outcome are they hoping for? Also take a look around. Assess your local community. What are the common life transitions? What challenges are people facing? And, this is crucial, define your own personal why as a practitioner. What's your authentic purpose? Why do you do this?
Good. Then you move into phase 2, message craft. Maybe weeks 3 and 4. This is where you really nail down how you talk about what you do. Try completing this sentence. It's a powerful template. I help target demographic be specific, achieve a specific life outcome, the why, through your unique approach or philosophy, and without a common pain point, frustration, or friction.
Right. And that without part, that's where you can often weave in your secret sauce, your unique differentiator that addresses their deeper needs. So maybe it's, I help working mothers reclaim confidence outcome through time-efficient aesthetic solutions approach without worrying about childcare logistics pain point. Because our secret sauce is we offer complimentary supervised playtime during appointments. Or, I help ambitious businesswomen enhance their executive presence outcome through subtle, natural-looking treatments approach without disrupting their demanding schedule's pain point. Because our approach includes discrete entrances and ultra-efficient appointment flows designed for professionals.
Exactly. You're solving the surface problem and the deeper life problem.
Okay, finally, phase 3, experience redesign. Let's say weeks 5 through 8. This is where the rubber meets the road. You start changing the actual client journey. Maybe swap out those dry medical intake forms for something like a life vision questionnaire. Ask about aspirations. Think about your space. Does it reflect your meaning message, your digital presence too? And, critically, train yourself and any staff you might have to speak the language of transformation, not just clinical jargon.
Yeah, let's make that language shift really concrete. So before, you might have explained. This neurotoxin works by relaxing the frontalis muscle, which will reduce those horizontal forehead lines. Accurate, but clinical. After embracing meaning innovation, you might say something like, this treatment helps restore that smooth, confident expression you naturally have, the one that shines through before stress leaves its mark. So you can walk into any room feeling like the accomplished woman you are, fully ready to command attention. See the difference. One speaks to muscles, the other speaks to identity and feeling. And here's the payoff. The ultimate advantage you gain from all this work. It's a competitive moat, a deep, wide one that's incredibly hard for anyone else to cross. Why? Because competitors can copy your techniques. They can buy the same laser. They can even try to match your prices, but they cannot authentically copy your unique meaning. It's yours.
Exactly. That's why meaning innovation builds such a powerful, almost unreplicable barrier. Think about it. Your personal authenticity, that comes from your specific journey. Your values can't be cloned. The depth of the relationships you build, that creates emotional loyalty way beyond just a transaction. Your investment in building that community, it turns clients into genuine advocates. You can't just buy that kind of referral engine. And because you're tuned into deeper needs, you're constantly evolving, staying relevant. You adapt.
Look, the whole aesthetic medicine landscape. It's changing fast. We all see it. Technology is making good technique more accessible. AI might automate some diagnostic parts. And those big chains, they are trying to commoditize basic procedures, make it all about volume and price.
But, and this is the big but for you, the solo practitioner, there is one thing they absolutely cannot systematize, cannot replicate, cannot automate, and that is authentic, human. Meaning, every single day you operate in that old way, competing just on technique or price or tech, is potentially a day your ideal clients, the ones seeking something deeper, are out there searching for someone who actually gets what they really want beyond just the surface procedure.
So the final thought we want to leave you with is this. The future of this field, especially for solo practitioners, it belongs to those who truly grasp that they're not just in the beauty business. You are in the transformation business. And transformation, unlike technique, unlike technology, is infinitely personal. It's endlessly renewable, and it is absolutely fundamentally irreplaceable. So the question for you is, what transformation will you choose to craft?